Alright guys, today we are doing a review of the Defining Moments Hulk Hogan. This figure came out last month, but it's really in stores now and available on multiple sources online. I got mine from ToysRUs.com. I want to take a look at the packaging really quickly, and you can see this thing is awesome. I love the shirt design in the back, which looks really cool. Sadly, my package is pretty beat up, but let's just do what we want to do, and let's open up the figure. So now let's get into the accessories that he comes with before we get to the ones that he is showing. Let's talk about the Hulkamania rip, the rip shirt from the middle. This is pretty interesting. This rubber is actually really soft compared to the rubber that they use for the t-shirts now. It has a lot of really cool detail, especially around the edges, to show that it was cut off. It does not clip together or anything, it just sort of sits there, but with the title pushing it together, it can look like it's rippable. In the back he has the cuts, which is pretty cool. You know, for such a simple concept of a shirt, they really went all out with this. I really enjoy it, honestly. Now on to the other accessories he comes with. One of them being the headband. And it says Hulkamania on it. And it just clips into the side of his head pretty easily. And then it just comes out. You'll see the head scan does have holes for the actual thing. Be careful with this one. It is pretty hard to put back in. But just be very careful. And of course his cross, which is pretty cool. I like the color on it. It kind of looks realistic in a way. And now on to the last accessory, which is the classic WWE Championship. And this is the first time this belt has ever been used. And I've got to say, for a first time belt, you know, they really made it look good. This stands out amongst all the other belts, and I like the amount of detail they put into the edge of the plate. You can see the globe there, and it says Heavyweight Wrestling Champion. Side plates are pretty cool. The leather on the strap looks really cool. Not sure if you can tell, but this belt, let's put Hogan down, is really, really big. Let's see if I can find another belt. So compared to the now WWE Championship, let's see if I can stretch them both out. The classic title is much bigger. But let's get on to Hogan, and let's take a look at the actual figure now. Taking a look at the face scan, I really, really, really like it. This looks exactly like Hogan. It's got a very interesting look to it. It just looks very good, honestly. They captured perfect shade of blonde, in my opinion. It's kind of hard to see because of the lighting, but he does have his signature mustache down to his hair. This kind of, and I noticed this, this looks like a piece that can come off, but it doesn't. This is just a separate mold from the long hair, which has a lot of detailing on it. And overall, this head scan is actually very, very good. But now we'll go ahead and look at the rest of the figure. As you can see, he does have his 24-inch pythons, which look really good. They look huge, and it's accurate, which is awesome. He does have white wrist tape down to his torso, which is a brand new mold, in case you didn't see. This mold has not been used before, if I am correct. Onto his yellow tights, which do have the wrinkles in them, which is pretty cool detail. And Hogan used to wear his trunk or his tights a little bit higher, and they captured that detail by making the torso a little bit smaller. So great detailing by Mattel there. Really do like the wrinkles for such a basic concept, honestly. Down onto the knee pads, which look like a weird shade of green here. I'm not sure why. That's probably just the lighting, but it's a little bit darker in the front than it is in the back. And onto the boots. The paint job on these kind of looks sloppy. Not sure if you can tell, but there's like paint in the middle of the laces, but not gonna complain about that. Still awesome. Of course, his yellow boots with the white laces, and that basically just covers the whole entire figure. It's a pretty basic design, honestly, but I think we can look at the articulation now. So his head does look left and right. It also does look up and down. It can go 360 if you're forced it to. He does rotate at the shoulder, and it does come to the side. He's got an upper bicep swivel for those 24-inch pythons, a single bend in the elbow. He rotates at the wrist, and it can pivot in and out. Now looking at the ab crunch, he does have a standard ab crunch. Pretty good ab crunch, honestly. He does rotate at the waist. His legs can go to the front to give big boots about this much, which is pretty good articulation for a big guy, and to the side this much. He does have an upper thigh swivel, a double bend in the knee, which is hinged by the knee pad. He does rotate at the top of the boot. His boot does pivot, and it can go back and forth, but Mattel decides to freeze their foot joints all of a sudden. So, honestly, I really do like this figure. People are calling it the best figure Mattel has ever made. I'm not sure if I can deny that, honestly. This figure might actually be one of the best, if not the best figure Mattel has ever made. It is so awesome, and maybe it's because we've been wanting a Hogan figure for so long that now that we got one, it's just amazing. But there are no flaws with this figure at all. I didn't have any paint mess-ups or anything. It's a perfect 10 out of 10, and this might be the best figure ever. So I do absolutely tell you to pick this up. If you see it, you have to pick it up. There is no denying that. Thank you guys for watching this review. I appreciate it, and as always, drive safe.